I have a particular set of skills. I will find you if you are a rare knife. This looks like it's not taped up. Let's get into it. We got another knife here tonight. Stoked, stoked, stoked. This is part of a series of, let's get it out of there, brown knives that I've been collecting for the last few weeks. This is one of the last few, for now at least. That kind of rounds out what I was hoping to put together. It's still a little incomplete, but we're darn close now. Let's see what we got. All right, interesting. I don't remember a lot of them coming with this bubble wrap on it. There it is. Another brown FSD, another handle pattern. So I've now tracked down 3 handle patterns. That's what this is for. That's what I'm used to, is that this goes in here actually normally. This is number 84. So I have them ranging from number 54 or something like that to number 200 something in the FSDs, and then number 100 something or 90 something on the mini FSD. So this looks great. Very exciting, very excited. Every time I can find one of these things are very hard to get. People do not like parting ways with them, and if they do, they generally charge a pretty penny for it. Great D10 on this one, by the way. The third one or the second one I got, the bronze one, had a very light D10. I still haven't looked into it to try and get it fixed or anything like that. This one has a phenomenal D10, so I think this one maybe was either like messed around with less, or I don't really know how it all worked, how things played out and how he built them. But I do see that this one also has the filled in button, whereas the newest one that I have, which is this one right here, handle pattern 1, has the hollow button on it. Not that the pattern has anything to do with it, but just the, I think it was number 213 or something like that. Oh, I should be able to see it right there, 213. And what's also cool is that this one is 84-20, which means that it was 20 CV. And I don't have one in 20 CV yet. So this is very exciting, very, very exciting to get one in 20 CV, new handle variant. And it feels freaking great. This one feels great in hand. I really like the feel of this handle pattern. This one feels, I'd say, even better, but different. This one's, trying to think of the right way to describe it. It's very smooth and kind of, I want to say, like scaly. And this one feels a bit more like a tool. So I really like it. I like the way it feels a lot. These things are so fun to deploy. They're very hard to deploy with my camera where it is without banging it. So I try and be pretty careful here. But they're just really, really fun ones to bring out. And they just do it so well. And there's so many ways to do it. You can button flick it like that. You can spidey flick it. You can front flick it, as you just saw. I may not be able to do it again here because I'm kind of at my wit's end tonight. And then you can thumb flick them out like that. So yeah, there's a lot, and you can roll them out. It's like 5 different ways to deploy them. The cool thing about the rollout is you can get your finger on there to bring it right back in real quick. So you can do like a pretty quick and elegant rollout. Well, you can, maybe I can't. But yeah, that's a really nice handle pattern there. I wasn't sure about it from the pictures, but now that I've got it in person, I'm quite impressed. That is really nice. So I'm going to lay out the various ones that I've tracked down to date, and you will see the variety. So same pattern, different milling, different blade steel. And where's the little mini guy? Come here, little guy. Boom. Very cool. super stoked on how this is progressing. It's been as challenging, if not more challenging, I'd say. I'd say it's more limited than Demco. They're different, like depends which Demco model. The customs and some of the large size 8020s are about as rare as these, I'd say. But like an 8020S, there's a lot more production of 8020S than this. This is not an unboxing video where I'm going to do size comparisons and that kind of stuff. I've done that in some of the other videos, so feel free to take a look at the mini FSD unboxing and the FSD. The first two videos, I'll do stuff like that. I'll pull in a random knife here and there and talk about it and go down a rabbit hole once in a while, but this one's more about collecting and seeing some of the variants. Now you can go to his website and go to the FSD archive and learn, through just looking about all the different variants that were offered and, try and track down different variants that are interesting to you. Just kind of a cool thing that he does. It's a very organized way of doing it. He takes 2 pictures of every knife. He takes a picture like this and a picture like that. And there's some comments in there about materials used and that kind of stuff. These are a little less variable than his LHC X's and his Cortexes and stuff like those. You could really see a massive materials variability there where it could be all-tie. It might have zirconium bolsters. It might have micarta or fat carbon. Like, the variety is wild. These ones, you have different anodes, different patterns, but it's all one handle tie. There's a lot less variability. I think he was really going for, a more centered knife that would resonate with more people. And then there's some range, but he calls them semi-customs. There's not quite as much range, I think, as what we saw in some of the early drops from Brown with some of those other knives. And he said that when he went to design this next series of knives, the mini FSD is what's being dropped right now. He's an artist, I'd say would be the best way I can put it. I think, of Demco that way a little bit too, where some people are just really creative and they're breaking ground in ways that other knife makers hadn't. I think, most knife makers are in some way, right? Any single knife is going to be fairly unique in a way. But I think there's a range of how much innovation goes into a knife. And I'd say Craig Brown has put out some pretty wild innovation with this, with his knives over time. And I'd say it's gotten more, and the FSD and mini FSD is a more innovative knife even than his prior ones. His prior ones were beautiful. How he did things was amazing. The feel of them was unique, but this is like a whole different thing that's really never been done. And it's pretty exciting. I really enjoy learning about these knives, having them in hand, seeing them. I'm thrilled to have added another one today. Because it really is a challenge to try and track these things down and get a hold of them. So couldn't be more excited to get another one into the family. And I think that's just about it for now. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe. Feel free to let me know if there's something more that you wanted to know about this or something you want to correct in the comment section. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.